Yeah.
You, what's going on, man?
What's going on, God body?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. I'm good. How's it going with you?
Yeah, I just wanted to come in real quick to when the young lady was talking about the endocrine system and the stuff that's in your body, what they're actually targeting, and like ENT that's produced in this, comes from your brain. It's like that's what they're that's the whole your adrenaline stuff. When you hear these freak stories about how a woman picked up a tractor trailer off of her dog, you know what I'm saying? Because that love kicked in. So it's like that's concentrated in, you know what I'm saying, in our soul. Can you talk about like the endocrine system and basically, or just basically the different systems of the body and what it is that they're getting?
Well, when we're talking about the endocrine system, we're talking about the chemical response system of the body, right? We're talking about pituitary gland, thyroid gland, thymus, and the different glandular secretions that it put out. And like you said, adrenaline um, is the chemical that gives us that strength to lift the car off the baby, right? But the adrenaline is also accompanied by a massive amount of something in the brain called dopamine. The dopamine is the natural opioid of the body, but it's also a natural stimulant for the body. So it performs the same function as cocaine and heroin at the same time. It's speedballing, right? So when the brain starts releasing it, the mother is getting into this frenzy state, and her mind is saying, "I don't have enough adrenaline, and I don't have enough dopamine to perform this fast," and so she goes into a higher frenzy, which produces more of the chemical until she gets to the point where she fuck that shit. The car then has no weight. Right now, the goal with athletes is to train them to tap into that under control, especially combat sports. Right. So you see Mike Tyson drop Buster Douglas. Boom, he out of there.
Took him out, man.
Right.
Fucked him
But
up.
when he remembered that he was fighting for his mama, it kicked in the same adrenaline, dopamine response and make him get up and knock Mike Tyson ass the fuck out. Right. Now, that's because in the gym, they practice going through the scenario of raising the dopamine and raising the adrenaline in the sparring sessions, right? And then when you focused on the task in the training, when you get to the actual situation, your body is pre-programmed that when you face this condition, produce this adrenaline, produce this dopamine, neuroepinephrine, and several more chemicals so I can whoop this motherfucker ass. Once you learn how to transfer that from the gym, you can use it in every walk of life.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so all of those systems, biological systems, have key functions that we have been either concealed from us or you had to go through specialties to learn it.
Okay.
Sisters has a detoxification from thinking too. What that means is to guard your thoughts. And when a rogue thought come in your mind, you have to address that shit or it'll become habitual thought, and habitual thoughts become thinking patterns that comes out in the behavior.
Right. So that's like programming the subconscious, programming your subconscious mind, and then like getting into like no mind when you get into
Mm-hmm.
the zone, and then you just like Michael Jordan will go score 50 points because he's in the zone. Nobody can stop him. Magic Johnson. Similar characters like these. All of these, it builds up from that energy that's within.
Mm-hmm. Your inner world and the outer world are based on torsion fields. The center of a black hole or a black hole itself is the center of a torsion field. That's why everything is sucked in it like that. There's torsion fields everywhere. We are torsion field. Your cells are torsion fields. Your DNA is a torsion field. The torsion field is controlled by love, hate. Hate makes it contract, constrict, become smaller. The love energy causes it to expand, to broaden, to relax and become bigger, right? So just that fact alone, understanding that one part, shows you that when you correct the error in the internal self as a part of the hologram, it's going to set off a chain reaction of correcting that same imbalance in other parts of creation, based on quantum entanglement.
So,
They got you buffering over there.
uh, there. Is it better? Your can you hear me? Is it your toroidal field?
You going in and out.
Oh,
The torsional field is the field of the torsion, right? So when you talk about the torsion, you're talking about, it's like a apple in the hologram. But all parts that you cut from the apple is a part of the whole, and you can see the whole apple in the part. Right. So the field, it's all in the field. They freezing you in and out, man. I'm gonna exit out, then I'm gonna wrap this up.
all right, bro. Thanks for the time, man.
All right. I'm trying to look through the comments before I end, make sure that I'm not missing nothing. There is that I did miss earlier when I was talking about the current events. Now remember, Rome caught on fire. Europe is having a heat wave. Parts of England or the UK caught on fire. The indicator is the last place to have a major fire got to be DC. Based on the what we've been watching, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't implode what we call the White House. That motherfucker might be set for demolition. I just don't know it yet. But something gonna happen where it's gonna be some fires near DC, because that's the last of the 3 city-states jurisdictions to burn. And so when they do the ritual burning ceremonies to show us what's been destroyed, Rome, the Buckingham Palace and the royal family, all that shit gone. So now DC military industrial complex, the shutdown of the corporate jurisdiction. We also got notice confirming that Donald J. Trump did implement continuity of government protocols. I think I posted it, or I'm going to post it if I haven't. So stay monitor my this IG page. I'm in Facebook jail on Facebook, and they closed my Rod Hayes page down on Instagram. But don't worry about it. This is my backup page. That's my